I would tell you about Joe Burrow is that, yeah, there was absolutely, significant concern coming out of that game when he's using that hyperized device on the sideline, when he's grimacing the way he was and limping. When you've got these calf injuries, they can be long-term, and either you rest them or you try to push through them. And if you try to push through them, you could be like Aaron Rodgers back in, I want to say it was 2014, where he had a calf injury like the whole year. By the time they got to the NFC Championship game, it's the game where they were up like 16-0 on the Seahawks. Seahawks roared all the way back, fake punt and all that. Rodgers that day couldn't even get up on his tiptoes. That's how much the calf deteriorated throughout the course of the season. And so that impacts your play calling and everything else. So for the Bengals, you get a week 7 bye. The thing you have to work through here is, do you rest him? Do you say we're sitting you down for 4 games? We're going to try to get a month of this and then bring it back? Or on the flip side, since you already tried the rest thing for 4 weeks and then he came back and the calf is still an issue, do you say, let's just try to push through it for the next 4 weeks, then get you a little bit of rest surrounding the bye there and hope that that improves things? From Joe Burrow's perspective, or I should say, from what people have seen with Joe Burrow, he is feeling better past couple of days. I was told he was in the building for a workout yesterday. We'll see how this plays out. They got the extra day with the Monday night game here. But absolutely, I would say that his status is a question mark at this point, and the Bengals are going to have to make some decisions because Joe Burrow himself is probably always going to say he can play. The Bengals, with the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, are going to have some decisions.
Well, I guess the wrong time to test out to whether your calf can survive running from Myles Garrett and then the Ravens defense is Aaron Donald. I mean, that's a rough test, one would say, on Monday Night Football. I don't know what the options are. It's Jake Browning, right? That's who it would be, if not.
They have Jake Browning, who's never completed an NFL pass, and they have Will Grier, who I also think has not completed an NFL pass. He's played well in preseason.
Yes, he has.
The preseason finale after the Cowboys traded for Trey Lance, they still cut him, ends up on the Bengals practice squad. Yeah, it would seem to be Jake Browning. Browning's been around. He was out of the University of Washington. You can go back, Rich. Jake Browning was a Heisman. He was like top 10 in Heisman balloting. I want to say it was his freshman or sophomore year at Washington. Nobody remembers this because he ended up going undrafted. He had some injuries and he kind of became completely forgotten. But they always liked him in Minnesota. He's just kind of a gamer. He can sling it around a little bit. He beat out Trevor Siemian in training camp here. He's not Joe Burrow. Not many guys are Joe Burrow. Technically, only one guy is Joe Burrow. But Jake Browning's there for a reason. They think, if they had to play a game, that he could go out there and do it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.